kolejnym. Dzisiaj nie wiem, czy potrwa 10, czy z 15. Zobaczymy, jak pójdzie. Battefield 4. Na razie wygląda. Dobra. Już wyłączam, ale teraz... Już wyłączam. Sprawdź teraz.
Play reveal series called fault line, and it revealed that Battlefield 3 was set in 2014, where coalition forces led by US Marines continue pacification operations along the Iraq-Iranian border in an attempt to restore stability to the region. This video got Battlefield and FPS fans buzzing. There was swearing, adult themes, the Marines chatting to each other, a mission, a build-up. The new animations were stunning and fluid. Characters leant as they ran and put their weight into walls as they crashed into them, or realistically smashed through doors. Modern weaponry like the M4A1 featured ACOG scopes and various attachments. Cinematic moments dragging your downed teammates. Hectic gunfights, weapons that looked like they had real recoil and were more realistic. This is what the fans had been craving. And at the end of that video, a tease. Part 2 would release on March 16th, and if you pre-ordered the limited edition of BF3, you'd get the Back to Karkand expansion for free. Did that mean Back to Karkand was remade Battlefield maps from older games? No one knew for sure, but that was the most likely outcome. March 16th rolls around. Part 2 is released, and the squad move onto a rooftop pinned down by a sniper. Hey look, going prone is back, and being up on these rooftops showcased the scale of the game, the tension, the slow pace, and it ended up with a rocket being fired at a sniper in a nest. It's a hit, and the building begins to fall apart before a hard cut. At the end, again, a tease. Part 3 will be releasing on March 30th. What's going to happen? That video drops online. The gameplay has skipped ahead, and the squad notice a suspicious wire leading into a basement, suspecting an IED. So the main character has to move through the ventilation shafts to investigate. Flashlight on the end of his gun, he drops down and he defuses an IED, but is attacked by an assailant before heading back outside. The US Marines are being assaulted by a large enemy force. It's full-scale urban combat with Humvees, trucks and helicopters. Chaos ensues, and the player takes up a position on the bridge with a light machine gun before being showered by bullet casings falling from an MH6 Little Bird chopper providing covering fire above. Cut to black, but at the end of this one, a few seconds of what looks like an earthquake tearing the ground apart. That looked crazy. Does that mean that we'll see that in multiplayer too? And the final tease here, the full reveal video will go live on April 17th. After each of these videos, DICE and DA left a carrot on the end of a stick to wait for. They didn't reveal everything and they left you wondering what came in between and the end of all this. Well, April 17th, the full-line gameplay trailer is released, and it's 12 minutes of largely uncut 1080p gameplay that told the whole story of the it wowed gamers across the world. But it did hold one last treat for us at the end, after the building falls over and crashes into the helicopter. More snippets of the game, more teases. The new Battlefield main theme swells and we see nighttime maps, tank battles in the desert, helicopters, soldiers jumping off a helipad, jets, dogfighting as a Battlefield Battlefield fan, this was just ticking all of the boxes.
Operational capability in the Iran-Iraq region.
5 seconds.
June rolls around quickly, each ground section. Vaulting, melee takedown animations were now a thing in a live multiplayer game. What? Map changing destruction elements at the end and rubble drops. Hang on, are those Russians? It looked incredible. And those that got to play the game at a boom, on the same day a new single on enemy targets. But there was more. A third E3 video was posted. The Frostbite 2 features trailer, again part of the marketing, headlining the core pillars of the new engine powering Battlefield 3. We saw more destruction, more rendering techniques, immersive audio, new animations and fluid movement options, just hammering home the messaging. And in the middle of June they even did a segment on Jimmy Fallon where they showed off PlayStation 3 gameplay for the first time.
It's the first time ever on console debuting.
Absolutely.
So you got a guy with an RPG up there in the corner.
Threw a grenade. Yeah.
There you go. You can take out the cover. We're talking about taking out the
Oh
cover.
yeah, I'll take out the wall. Wait, do the minute left.
Switch back. It's a triangle.
I tried to
button.
stab him, sorry.
E3 ends and the next we see is on July the 20th. A 1-minute gameplay trailer from Metro again, this time with more weapons on show. The accolades rewarded to the team from E3. More destruction and takedowns. Oh, okay, so that's how you get a dog tag from someone now. Cool. A closed alpha begins in July and ends in early August. But it's all under embargo, and it won't be until Gamescom that we see something new. But Gamescom, I think, was a huge milestone for this game. Battlefield fans wanted more, but they wanted to see more of the classic Battlefield experience before they were sold. Where was the gameplay of the jets or the helicopters? Where was the 64-player warfare, the team play? All we'd seen of multiplayer so far was a 32-player small-scale rush map called